EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing on first down. Blair. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Wide, get wide. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun. Blair, he gets it to Thomas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I'm ready. 6'6", pull it high. I know he ain't got it. Check. Lucky. Mike 5'4". Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check. Big Griffin.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Who draw focus? 54. Mike 54.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Set 18 Gator. Rock it. On the ball. Outside.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken very short. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Blair. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want nothing. X3, 218, chop. Go on. Hey, drop it, go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10.
It's our time. Check 43. Hey, orbit. Yeah. Check, walk 54, walk. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Hey, let's go. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Rip right. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Go. Ready.
Second and 5. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, plant. 80 weapons. 54. Let's go. Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch out. Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw now on second and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Okay, ready? Topper! Check your heart rate. Hey, exit. Check nine. Big dash. Go out. He's crazy. Yo, go. Shoot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And he puts it through. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch the curl. Lock in, lock in. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Undercut. Hey, ball.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now Trubisky, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey! Check 50, check 50. Leo!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Look at me. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Rush in. Check 31, check 31. 36, 36. Hey, foxtrot. Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check hot route. Hot. Like 22, he's coming up.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Trubisky. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check. Watch me before. We own them. Switch. Look at me. Zip that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Right there.
Go!
Right there. 54 Mike. Man, I got you.
Hey. Let go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Alpha. Under 10. Yeah, get it.
They'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
It's going to be a long day.
X3. 218. Chopper. Ready.
Now back to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Zoo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Come on. Protein spill.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Check safety. Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Kill. Turn up. Watch twist.
Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Go. Sneak grip.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
18.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now it's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. Bridgestone, travel.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey!
Check.
5.
54, Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mike, 54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Back to throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Push him back.
Now.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's really
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Below Nichols. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Again, it's Cohen. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
We go. 18 Gator. Look, squeeze. Hey. Slam. No. Let's go.
The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 10 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Back now at Soldier Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
There we go. On the double.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hey, back up. Yep.
He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trubisky will throw. Looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Here's Trubisky to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are able to cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch 7. Watch the slap. 2.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Set. 60 or. Here
we go.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Hey, watch that. Check.
Now.
2nd and 14. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check three. Watch the
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Look at me, zipper.
54.
Let's go. Haywood.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 54.
Five.
Check.
They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
He's coming. We got double up.
6-6. Pull it high.
54 Mike.
We got to get.
Hey, stand off.
Let's go. Check.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky. And this one's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. 54. I hope you brought your lunch. Hey, Wahoo.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You draw Corkers. Check the backer. You're out. Go.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
50, play. Two-cut bomber. Get it.
2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
General West.
He's checking crap. Kill. Say.
Hurry.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. From a yard out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Check, Mike.
Go.
Line 54. Hey, let's get that.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Bears 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.